Madam Eva, a biology teacher from Educare Tanzania, and I'm here, my dear student, to take you through a series of solving of revision question in the topics of Form 4. As you can see here in your first slide, you can see this is biology Form 4, and we will deal with the revision questions. And now we are at the topic of genetics in the revision question number 2 in the book of Tanzania Institute of Education. As you can see here, we are going to continue with question number 27. We are required to explain the causes and effects of the following. A is all about Turner's syndrome, Down syndrome, Klinefelter's syndrome. Tumepewa hizo genetic disorders tatu hapo: Turner's syndrome, the Down syndrome and Klinefelter's syndrome. Tutoe the causes and their effects. As you can see, hizi ni genetic disorders, ni disorders ambazo zinatokana na genetic matatizo ya kigenetics, for instance pairing of chromosome ama kuongezeka kwa chromosome na kadhalika, failure of the chromosomes to divide and so forth. And now tunaenda kuangalia one after the other, tunaangalia causes zake na tunaangalia madhara yake. And now we are going to start with the Turner's syndrome. As you can see here, the Turner's syndrome, will start with the causes. Turner's syndrome is caused by the complete or partial absence of one of the two X chromosomes in females. Typical females have two X chromosomes, making 46 chromosome. But in Turner syndrome, this genetic and here is abnormality leads to a karyotype of 45 with single XO variations such as 45X0 or 46XX/45. We can call it mosaicism. Tunapozungumzia this Turner syndrome, tunamaanisha ni absence of one of the two chromosomes in female. As we can see, the female possesses two X chromosomes, but when one of the two chromosomes lacks, this condition will be called the Turner's syndrome. That is the genetic disorder which is referred to as Turner's syndrome. Na hii tunaona kwamba inaweza either ikawa ni X, ikawa ni XO au ikawa ni XX/45. Inaweza ikaokaa katika condition hizo mbili, na sometimes inakuwa referred to as a mosaicism. And now tunaenda kuangalia the exact reason for this chromosomal error is often random and occurs during the formation of reproductive cells. These are eggs or sperm or during early embryonic development. Sababu ya hili tatizo ni kwa sababu inatokeaga randomly. So inaweza ikapelekea the absence of the X chromosome kwa sababu ya its randomness, na pia inaokaa katika early stages of embryonic development, au inatokea during the formation of reproductive cells. Zile cells kwa ajili ya reproduction, maybe kwenye ova ama kwenye sperm zinaweza zikatokea, ilo tatizo likatokea at that time. Now we are going to look on the effects of the Turner's syndrome. As we can see here, the effects of Turner's syndrome can vary significantly among individuals, but common features include, we are going to look on the common features or effects. The first one is short stature, often evident by age 5. Also, delayed puberty and ovarian insufficiency, may do not undergo natural menstruation, infertility due to non-functional ovaries. As you can see here, effects, tunaenda kuangalia kuna tatizo la delaying in their puberty. Kudelay kufikia puberty, it means kwamba mtu anakuwa bado umri unazidi kuongezeka lakini harichi puberty. Pia mwingine anaweza sione menstruation. Again, kwa sababu ya tunasema zile ovaries zinakuwa hazijakomaa, hazijakuwa vizuri, inaweza kapelekea tatizo jingine ambalo ni infertility. Tukizungumzia infertility ni kushindwa kuzaa, ambao tunaweza tukaita ni ugumba. And now we can see another is physical features such as a broad chest, low hairline and webbed neck. Tunaona kwamba anaweza akapata physical features kama broad chest, anaweza akapata broad chest ikapanuka sana, akawa na low hairline, na kingine akawa na webbed neck. Shingo ikawa kidogo kama tunasema webbed neck ni shingo ambayo kama inataka kushikana na kichwa na mgongo. As you can see here, heart defects pia such as coarctation of the aorta, unatokea na matatizo ya moyo pia kwa mtu wa namna hiyo. Again, there is kidney problems, also learning difficulties, particularly with the spatial and mathematical skills, although intelligence is usually normal. Anaweza akawa na low intelligence, anashindwa kuleni vizuri, na pia anaweza akapatwa na kidney problems, mtu ambaye ana tatizo la tunaita Turner's syndrome. And then, my dear student, this is all about Turner's syndrome. Twende tukaangalie the Down syndrome. Tukiachana na Turner's syndrome, tumwangalie Down syndrome. As we can see, the Down syndrome, the main cause is that Down syndrome, also known as trisomy. Trisomy considering the chromosome number 21. It means kwamba that chromosome inashindwa ina fail to divide, na if it fail to divide, it means inaenda kupelekea ongezeko la chromosomes number kwa offspring. As you can see here, occurs when an individual has an extra copy of chromosomes number 21, and this can happen through several mechanisms. Hii inaweza ikatokea kwa namna nyingi ambazo ndo tunaziita ni causes. As you can see, the first one is non-disjunction. The most common cause where pairs of chromosomes fail to separate correctly during cell division, resulting in gamete with an extra chromosome that lead to trisomic embryo. Kwa tunakuja kwenye non-disjunction, ambako kwenye non-disjunction ni pale ambako zile chromosome ina fail kudivide, ina fail kuachana kwenye junction yake. That is all about non-disjunction. And another one is translocation. Another mechanism is translocation. You can see part of chromosome 21 becomes attached to another chromosome, typically chromosome 14, and this can be inherited from a parent, particularly if one parent is a carrier of a balanced translocation. Kwa translocation process ni ile process ambayo the chromosome number 21 inakuwa inajishikiza katika chromosome nyingine, particularly inajishikiza katika chromosome number 14, na then mostly inakuwa inherited katika hasa wale wazazi ambao wana translocation problem. And then you can see there is mosaicism. Another way tunakuja kuiona, some cells have the usual 46 chromosomes while others have 47, including the extra chromosome 21, and this can lead to a milder expression of the condition. That is all about mosaicism. That is that mechanism. And now we can see the effects of Down syndrome. Tunaenda kuangalia nini madhara ya Down syndrome, but wewe kama mwanafunzi ukiulizwa the main cause of Down syndrome, the great cause is that the failure of chromosome number 21 to divide. Ile kushindwa chromosome number 21 kudivide vizuri, kushindwa kufanya kuondoa ile junction, hiyo ndo tunaita ni Down syndrome. Now tuangalie effects, and then we will continue to explore on the Klinefelter syndrome. You can see the effects of Down syndrome. We can see it can lead to several physical and cognitive characteristics, including one, characteristic facial features. Characteristic facial features such as flat face, slanted eyes, and a single plumar crease. Tunaenda kuangalia characteristics facial features. Mtu anakuwa na flat face, anakuwa na slanted eyes, anakuwa na au tunaziita ni puff eyes. Ukiangalia watu wa namna hiyo wanakuwa ni wafupi, wanene fulani hivi. Down syndrome wanakuwa na macho yanafananaga. Yaani ukimkuta mtu ambaye ana Down syndrome sehemu fulani, ukienda sehemu nyingine wanafananaga vile vile. Their face are flattened na macho yao yako ni puff. Tunaita ni puff eyes. Again, there is hypotonia, reduced muscle tone, wanakuwa na reduced muscle tone. we can see increased risk of certain health issues like congenital heart defects, gastrointestinal problems and respiratory issues. Wanapata matatizo kama ya moyo, respiratory problems, we can say breathing problems na intestinal problems zinawapata sana watu wenye tatizo la Down syndrome. Again, we can see another effect is that increase the risk of certain health issues like I think this is repeated. Again, is intellectual disability which can range from mild to moderate. Wanakuwa na intellectual disability. Intellectual disability tunaenda kuzungumzia issue ya knowledge, intelligence kwenye mind, anakuwa kidogo inapungua, inakuwa mild to the average, yani kidogo inakuwa ina shake. Again, they have delayed language and motor skills. Kwenye kuongea nako ni issue, ni shida, na language issues inakuwa ni tatizo pia. They have higher risk of developing Alzheimer's disease later in life. Wana probability ya kupata Alzheimer's disease katika maisha yao. Ukiconsider hii ni tatizo la kwenye nervous system. Alzheimer wanapatwa na matatizo ya kwenye nervous system. Now we are going to look on the final one, the final disorder ambao ni Klinefelter syndrome. The causes of the Klinefelter syndrome, you can see this is the disease which occurs in, I think, in male by having the extra X chromosome. As we can see here, Klinefelter syndrome occurs in males when there is an extra X chromosome leading to the karyotype typically labeled as a 47XXY, and this syndrome is caused by non-disjunction during meiosis, resulting in an extra X chromosome in the affected males. It can also manifest as 48 to 49 in rare cases. Tunapozungumzia Klinefelters, anayepatwa na hili tatizo ni wa kiume, and that boy anakuwa ana extra X chromosome. Tunajua mwanaume ni XY, but Klinefelter anakuwa ni XXY. And pia inaweza ikatokea cases nyingine wana 47, 48 mpaka 49 kwa sababu ya failure pia ya chromosome kudivide, tunaita non-disjunction during meiosis kwa upande wa formation ya mtoto wa kiume. Again, we can see effects of Klinefelter syndrome. The effect of Klinefelter syndrome can vary widely among individuals. However, common features include, first, when we talk about physical, we can start with taller stature with longer limbs. Wanakuwa na taller stature with taller limbs. Tukikompare na Down syndrome na Turner syndrome, we can see tuliona wana short stature, ni wafupi. But tunapomzungumzia Klinefelter syndrome anakuwa ni taller than normal. Anakuwa ni mwanaume ambaye anarefuka kuliko kawaida. Pia anakuwa na reduced facial and body hair, pia hair usoni kama ni kope na nini, na pia kama kichwani hair zake zinakuwa reduced. Mwilini pia, and gynecomastia, we can say breast tissue development. Gynecomastia, it means kwamba anapatwa na kudevelop kwa breast tissues as long as ni wa kiume, lakini anakuwa ana develop breast tissues. It means kwamba the breast of that guy zitakuwa enlarged. Also testicular issues, tunazungumzia kwenye testicular issues kwenye sehemu za siri. Zinakuwa ni smaller testes leading to reduced testosterone production which can contribute to infertility. As we know, testes ndo ziko responsible kwa ajili ya production ya hormone ambayo ni testosterone. So due to reduced size of the testes, it means kwamba testosterone itakuwa produced in low amount. And also on the issue of developmental, you can see delayed puberty and potential learning disabilities, particularly concerning language and executive function. Tunaangalia kwenye pia development, anakuwa na delay ku reach puberty, na pia kwenye issue ya language anakuwa ana shida katika issue ya language. And now also there is psychological, increase the risk of anxiety and depression, kwa sababu ya ile hali alionayo. Kwanza ni mrefu sana. Also another feature atakuwa nayo ni kuwa na breast na kushindwa, tunasema kwamba testes zinakuwa ni ndogo, kwa hiyo anakuwa anaweza akajifeel anxious au akajifeel depressed kwa sababu ya hiyo hali. Another effect you can see is healthy problems. There is higher likelihood of autoimmune disorders and increased risk of breast cancer and other health concerns. Kwa mtu ambaye ana Turner syndrome, tukija katika health concern, ana tatizo kubwa la kupata breast cancer na pia kupata tatizo la autoimmune disorder. Autoimmune disorder kuwa na tatizo la kupungukiwa na kinga na kushambuliwa na magonjwa kwa urahisi zaidi. And that, my dear student, now this is the end of our question number 27. Tukaangalia question number 28. As we can see here, our question need us to explain the importance of genetics in our daily life. Ni swali rahisi sana na mostly linatoka katika part C of your examination paper. And now we can see here ni swali ambalo limetoka katika revision exercise 2 katika kitabu cha Tanzania Institute of Education. It's your time now ukaangalie topic tumefundisha hapa Educare Media Tanzania, so you can explore through it and you can get some insights, some knowledges, and then you turn back to the revision questions and you will get more knowledge by using little time. As you can see here, our answer is that if it is an essay, you'll have to first to state about what is genetics on a little bit, then you will enter on your main body. You can see genetics plays a vital role in various aspects of our daily lives, influencing healthy behavior and even societal structures. Here are some key areas where genetics is important. First is health and medicine. As you can see, disease prevention and management. Understanding genetic predispositions help in assessing risk for certain disease, including heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and more. Genetics testing can aid in early diagnosis and personalized treatment options. Tunavyosema kwenye medicinal purpose, it means kwamba genetics inaweza kusaidia katika kugundua tatizo na kulitibu, kwa sababu those disease causing microorganisms, they have genetics, they have genetic materials, so it is easy for these genetic materials to enable or to help the specialists to design the medicine or the vaccine for controlling the certain disease. Also in gene therapy, advanced in genetics have led to therapies that target cellular defects at the genetic level, offering potential cures for genetic disorders and some types of cancer. This one I already explained it, in which the specialist deals with those disease-causing microorganisms, and from there they design the way out to control the disease. Again, the second application is agriculture and food production, starting with this GMO, genetic modified organisms. Genetic engineering in crops has led to the development of plants that are more resistant to pests, diseases, and harsh environmental conditions. This helps in improving food security and agricultural efficiency. We are talking about agriculture and food production. Remember, all food, about 99.1% of all food are from production, are from agricultural production, and that's why we combine agricultural and food production. And the knowledge of genetics is widely applied in agriculture, in which the agriculturalists use genetically modified organisms to manipulate their crops as well as their animals or livestock in order to get the more qualitable and quantitable products. Again, you can see selective breeding. Here we are talking about the livestock breeding. The stock keepers, they may apply this breeding to get the animals of their quality in terms of meat, maybe milk, and so forth. Again, it's all about evolution and biodiversity conservation efforts. As you can see, genetics contribute to understanding the genetics diversity within species, which is crucial for conservation efforts. Genetic data helps in managing endangered species and preserving biodiversity. Here we are talking about evolution and biodiversity. As we can know through genetics, the character of an animal of the certain species can be well known. If it is a normal species, if it is the invasive species, if it is a wild species, inajulikana vizuri, na the information through this concept, through this genetics zinakuwa extracted and being stored kwa ajili ya future use. Also, forensics and law enforcement, as you can see in DNA profiling, genetic analysis is used in forensic science to identify individuals based on their unique DNA profiles. This has revolutionized the criminal investigation, paternity testing, and historical research. Tukizungumzia forensic and law enforcement, tunakuja kuzungumzia faida kwa countries they apply genetics kuweza kugundua DNA na origin ya watu kwa urahisi zaidi na kuensure security. And by reaching here, my dear students, I would like to say thank you for following us, Educare Media Tanzania, and don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.